Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a Starry Night deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this for you guys because this deck is an extremely fun deck to play that focuses around summoning out its awesome dragon boss monster, Starry Night Starry Dragon, which can actually pop a card every time it's summoned, which is insane. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of Notification Squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like in your name, description, every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Starry Night Starry Dragon, which is actually based on an old school vanilla monster, Ciaru, which is really cool about this card. It also has the ability that this card is normal or special summoned from your hand, then you can target one card on the field and destroy it. And it also cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects with a dark monster, which is so cool about this card. It has a really cool ability as well when it attacks at the start of the damage step, and it actually can banish that opponent's monster until the end phase, and also it can make a second attack in a row if it does banish it, which is such a cool ability. We then play 3 copies of Rael. Rael is one of the best normal summons in the entire build because when this card is normal summon, you can add a Starry Night spell or trap from your deck to your hand, which is a great effect. It also has the ability you can banish this card from your grave and target a Starry Night monster in your grave and special summon it, which is an insane ability. We then play 3 copies of Orbital. Orbital is really good as a 3 of in the deck. It has the way that quick effect, you can target a light monster you control, tribute it, and if you do, set a Starry Night spell or trap directly from your deck. And if a face-up level 7 light dragon monster you control returns back to the hand while this card's in the grave, then you can actually special summon this card, which is an insane effect just to be able to bring this card back to your side of the field. We then play CL as a 2 of in this build. I feel like 2 copies of CL is really all you need in this deck because this card is just a great extender in this build. We then play a single copy of Aztel. Aztel is really good, but I feel like 1 is all you need in this particular build because it has the ability of quick effect. You can target a light monster that you control and tribute it, and if you do, special summon a light level 7 dragon monster from your hand, which is a pretty cool ability just to be able to summon out your copy of Starry Night Starry Dragon. It also has a really cool ability you can banish this card from your grave, and then target a light level 7 dragon monster you control, and it gains 1,000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn, boosting your copy of Starry Night Starry Dragon all the way up to 3,500, which is actually pretty big for a boss monster. We then play a single copy of Flamel. Flamel's a great one of in the deck as a combo piece, but I feel like all you need is a single copy. We then play 3 copies of Lubellion. Lubellion is insane to be able to play in the deck because it's super easy to put on your side of the field because you can actually tribute a dark dragon monster that's level 6 or higher to special summon this card from your hand or grave, which is an insane effect. You can also send this card from your hand to the grave to add a bestial monster from your deck to your hand, which is a great effect to be able to search out cards like Magnamut or Druidus Worm from your deck to your hand. It also has the ability that during your main phase, if this card's on your side of the field, you can place a branded continuous spell or trap from your deck face up on the field, which is insane to be able to work with your copy of Branded Beast or Brand Regained. We then play a single copy of Magnamut. Magnamut is insane as a 1 of in this build because this card can actually search out your copy of Starry Night Starry Dragon, but all of your level 6 bestials actually share a common effect that you can target a light or dark monster in either player's grave and banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand, and it's a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster, which is a great ability about this card. We then play a single copy of Druidus Worm. Druidus Worm is just really good at spot removing cards off the field, which is why I play this card as a 1 of. We then play a single copy of Saunier. Saunier is great because it can help you get your cards into the graveyard, which is why I play this card as a 1 of in the build. Also, it helps you get your copy of, say, your copy of Branded Regained into the graveyard, so you can put it back on your side of the field with Branded Beast by you putting your copy of Branded Beast on the field with your copy of Lubellion's ability. We then play a single copy of Baldrake. Baldrake is just a good 1 of in the deck to basically just spot remove cards off the field, kind of like your copy of Druidus Worm, but a little bit different, but it's still a great card in this build. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom's a great 3 of the deck just to stop your opponent from touching the deck. I really like the Bestial package in this build because it helps you step into your copies of Chaos Angel because all of these are level 4 outside of your copy of your Starry Night Starry Dragon, making it super easy to put one of your level 6s on your side of the field and then using the level 4s to be able to step into a copy of Chaos Angel, putting both light and dark into it, which is super cool. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of Branded Regained. Branded Regained is really good to be able to work with our Bestial cards, which is why we're playing this card as a one-of in the build. We then play 2 copies of Starry Night Sky. Starry Night Sky is a great 2-of in the build because this card has the ability during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Starry Night monster or a level 7 Light Dragon monster in addition to your normal summoner set, which is a great ability for this card to have. And during your turn, if a face-up Light level 7 Dragon monster that you control returns back to the hand, you can draw a card, which is a pretty cool ability about this card. We then play 3 copies of Balefire. Balefire is really good in this deck as 3-of because it lets you add a Starry Night monster or a Light level 7 Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Then if you control no monster and your opponent controls a dark monster, then you can special summon a Light level 7 Dragon monster from your hand, which is a really cool effect. We then also play 3 copies of Starry Night Ceremony. Ceremony is great as a 3-of in the build, because this card just helps out so much. During your main phase, you can reveal a Light Fairy monster in your hand, and if you do, add a Light level 7 Dragon monster from your deck to your hand, then you can place the revealed monster on the bottom of your deck. And if your opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon a level 7 Light Dragon monster from your hand, which is a really cool ability because it basically says if your opponent activates anything, you pop a card on the field, which is insane. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to start with a single copy of Starry Night Blast. Blast is really good as a 1-of in the deck, but you only really need a single copy of this card. As ability, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return a Light level 7 Dragon monster that you control back to the hand to negate the effect, and if you destroy that card. I really feel like this card should have been a counter trap, but it's still really good in the deck as a 1-of. We then play 3 copies of Starry Night Arrival. Starry Night Arrival is really good in the deck as a 3-of, because this card has the ability during your main phase, you can activate one of these effects to target a Light level 7 Dragon monster you control and return it back to the hand, or special summon a Light level 7 Dragon monster from your hand, which is a great ability to be able to use. You definitely want to play this card as a 3-of so you can get to it easily and keep it on your side of the field so you can summon out your copy of your boss monster. We then play a single copy of Branded Beast. Branded Beast is great in this build as a 1-of, because this card has a really cool ability that pops a card on the field, which is just insane to be able to do, because once per turn during the main phase, if you control a Bestial monster, you can create a Dragon monster and then target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. And during the end phase, you can target a branded continuous spell or trap in your grave and place it face up on your side of the field, which is really good to be able to grab your copy of Branded Regained out of the graveyard and put it back on the field. We then also play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Impermanence is really good as a 3-of in the build, just to basically stop your opponent's monster effects, but you can also set this card to your side of the field to lock down entire columns of spells and traps, making this card a definite 3-of in the build. So that's it for the traps, guys, and the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're going to start off with a single copy of Starring Night. This card is a really cool 1-of in the deck, and I really like playing this card in the build because it lets you detach a material from this card to special summon a light monster from your hand, meaning you can summon your copy of your Starry Night Dragon from your hand. And if this card's in the grave, except the turn it was sent there, then you can actually target a light level 4 fairy monster that you control and special summon this card, and if you do, attach that monster to this card as a material, making it really difficult for your opponent to deal with this card and making it a really good card to constantly be summoning out your copy of Starry Night Dragon. We then play a single copy of Utopia so we can make our copy of Utopia the Lightning, which is a great boss monster to be able to make that can basically attack for 5,000, which is really good. We then play a single copy of Baguska. Baguska is great to be able to play in this deck because it just slows down the game just in case you need to. Play a single copy of Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is great in this deck as a 1-of because it's very easy to summon in this build, and you basically just lock down the graveyard. We then play a single copy of Double A Zeus. Double A Zeus is insane in this build just to board wipe the field, and it helps out a lot in this deck to be able to just board wipe the field. We then play a single copy of Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel is insane in this build because you can make it with any of your level 6 Bestials plus a copy of one of your Starry Night level 4s, making it super easy to step into this card. And when it is summoned to your side of the field, it actually has the ability to banish a card off the field, and if you put light monsters in this card, then synchro monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. And if you put dark monsters in this card, the monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, which is an insane ability for this card to have, and you don't even have to use a tuner to make this card. We then play a single copy of Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. This Avermax is so easy to summon in this build, and when you summon it with IP Masquerade, it's basically invincible, which is really good. We then play a single copy of Access Code. Access Code's really easy to summon. It pops multiple cards on the field. It's just a really good boss monster. Play a single copy of Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. This card is really good because you put a level 7 or higher monster in this card as a material, then your opponent cannot target it with card effects, and it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects either. And when this card destroys a monster at battle, you can activate one of 3 really powerful effects that either this card gains 1500 attack, it can make a second attack during the next battle phase of your turn, or it can banish a card off the field non-targeting, which you're usually just banishing a card off the field non-targeting. We then play a single copy of Nightmare Unicorn to spin stuff, 1 copy of Phoenix to pop spells and traps, a single copy of the Light Charmer, because this card helps you basically extend your plays and link climb. We then play a single copy of SP Little Knight. You can play Nightmare Cerberus if you want to, which is another option for you guys if you don't have SP Little Knight, but it's still a really good card to be able to make in this deck because it's basically a double interruption. And then finally, a single copy of IP Masquerena. IP is great because it helps you step into your copy of Unicorn or your copy of Avermax or even SP Little Knight during the opponent's turn, which is just absolutely crazy. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played a Starry Night deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try because it's a really fun deck, and I absolutely love playing Starry Night because it's based on that old school vanilla monster Ciaru, which is such a cool card. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.